Amid a national healthcare provided shortage, North Country hospitals are ready to welcome new physicians from out of the country. A new program could recruit more doctors. We learn about it with 7 News reporter Lexi Bruning.
It's no secret hospitals in rural areas like northern New York need more doctors. A new initiative opens the door to more opportunities and physicians for hospitals like Samaritan Medical Center.
This really helps those programs like ours that are underserved. They don't have enough physicians.
The Northern Border Regional Commission announced the launch of what's called the J1 Visa Waiver Program. It eases visa requirements for foreign physicians who trained in the U.S. if they agree to practice in undeserved rural areas. Samaritan already has an application in for a J1 waiver, and there may be more to come.
Interestingly and excitingly enough, we actually have 2 physicians in what we call our recruitment pipeline that could potentially have a waiver with this new program.
Before this program, only 30 waivers were awarded across New York State. Eligible hospitals could only apply for 1 per year, and sometimes it didn't get that. This initiative accepts an unlimited number of physicians on a rolling basis. Recruiters with St. Lawrence Health System hope being close to Canada helps.
We're a really ideal option for many Canadians because they are close to their families. They can be within, a few hours.
Carthage Area Hospital and Claxton Hepburn Medical Center CEO Rich Duval tells 7 News, quote, "We are eager to champion this transformation by collaborating with new medical professionals." Lewis County Health System says it is engaged with a Canadian-based recruiting company to learn more about how it can take advantage of this new opportunity. Physicians with the visa will be required to work in primary or mental health care for at least 3 years and 40 hours a week. Lexi Bruning, 7 News.